Welcome back to Chasing Water. I think this is the first camping video we're doing. Got my sleeping arrangement set up. I got a towel here as my pillow. I may or may not have forgotten to bring a pillow. I got my tent right here. Cooler full of great drinks. Ruck's tent. Our little setup here. Chairs looking out on the lake. We got everything. We got a great little view right here. You know, just a nice little setup with a really nice view. So here's our camp for the night. So I think the plan is to tie a little bit, and then we might do some bluegill fishing. We're not gonna bass fish right away. We're in the middle of the day. That's when we could check in. So I think we're just gonna mess around with some bluegill and chill. All right, as many of you might know, I've been tying some of my own flies, and I've been filming them on videos, reels, using them to catch fish. So this is my old vise, broken. I mean, it can barely crack down on here. So we're not using this today. Our friends out at Rambler sent us a brand new vise. I mean, this thing is extremely high quality. It's got like I think this is like a portable clamp, a nice heavy base. So I'm gonna use the base. It's kind of what I've been enjoying so far. And then they also sent us a couple of their scissors. We got a little longer one for some, you know, bigger hairs and feathers and whatnot. And we got this tiny little one, very sharp, but it's very, you know, it gets into some more finesse and some more details when it comes to fishing or tying flies. So we're gonna tie up a couple flies for this camping trip. I got a couple in mind that we're gonna tie up, and then we're gonna use them out on the water. All right, so our goal here today is to catch some fish on these flies that we just tied with our new vise that we got. Ruck's on one. Dude, that's not bad.
Not bad for the, you know, first one.
Yeah. Hey, there's the first fish of the trip. Yeah. Let's go.
That wasn't on me, though.
And look at all these bluegills freaking out. Whoa, look at, where did all these guys come from? Look how many there are right now.
The bluegills?
Dude, it's a freaking school of them. Many. I want to catch that big one. I'm coming for you.
That's you.
Yeah. And we're on. Dude, look at him take off. Not a bad looking fish. No. Look at the colors on that guy. So bright. Got him. There's bass number one. That's the little guy. Little micro bass. but I think it's safe to say the San Juan worm is working. Time to try out fly number 2 for these bluegill. Oh, we got a bluegill on it. That's a fatty. You just look at that guy. It's like classic. Oh, I'm on one. That might be a bass. Is that a bluegill? Dude, that's a huge blue. Dude, look how big this bluegill is. Look at these shoulders that he's got. Is that the first time on the lower rogue? Oh, yeah. Shit, I'm on. That's another nice one. Dude, I think this one's bigger. Giant bluegill. This thing's freaking huge. All right, guys. It's cooled down a little bit. We're in the afternoon. We got the boat geared up, ready to go. So we're just gonna put it in at the docks. And then hopefully we get some huge fish.
It's coming tonight.
State record, right?
Yeah.
State record
tonight.
We'll see about that, but off we go.
Here we go. Big one coming. The motor's on the back and just steer them that way.
Bass boat,
yeah,
really.
Exactly.
Leisurely
so
strolls.
All this stuff out. I saw you that one time there, and it was around that time, but obviously you weren't working.
Yeah, I was going with my... Oh, shit. I'm kind of stuck.
Small bass there.
It's a gill.
There you go. Catch of the day.
We got the skunk off the boat at least.
Yep.
Jeez. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, that's like a bass, isn't it?
Yep.
Is that a bluegill?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a huge bluegill.
It is.
Yeah. Nice. I'm switching to a spinning rod. I'm gonna kind of do both today, spinning and fly fishing. Cause I just want to catch bass. I want to catch big bass. Alright, Ruck and I moved on the opposite side of the lake that we were fishing. So, we're kind of waiting for the sun to set. I think that's when the bass will start going crazy, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're still fishing. We've caught some bluegill, at least. Still haven't caught a fish. A little weird. We're gonna go back up to where we were originally and see if, because the sun set, that'll do anything. No, nothing. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I'm on. Finally.
There you go. It's not bad.
No. First fish, finally. Finally got it done. There we go. Rook got one.
Sir.
Rook's got one. There we go.
Sir. Let's get back in.
Yo! We got 2 in the boat now. It took hours
Way too
and
long.
all night, but I think there's finally a bite, so hopefully we can keep this rolling. Not as good fishing as we expected. Crushed it on the bluegill when we first got here. But we're just back at camp and we're gonna get ready to eat. Hopefully tomorrow the fishing's better when we go out there. I feel like the outdoor boys cooking up my hot dog right now.
Yes, sir.
And that's how it's done. Good morning and welcome to day 2. Not a great day yesterday. Not a lot of bass, a lot of bluegill. We're kind of just breaking down a little bit so we can just kind of have the tents up, and then I think we're gonna head out and fish. And then, yeah, it's gonna be a short day, kind of like a half day. We're not gonna have a full one like yesterday, but hopefully we can get into some bass and have a little bit more luck than last night. Yeah, those just really big ones are hard to catch.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
They're smart. That's why they're huge. Duck's on one. There we go.
First one.
That's a good sign right
First
there.
one.
Ooh, yeah. That's a nice way to start the morning.
Yep.
We've been out here for 5 minutes. Hopefully that means this morning will be a lot better than last night. Ruck's on again. That's a fish. That's a fish. Nice. I finally caught one. Took long enough. Just a little guy. I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna get out of here. We gotta check out at noon. We'll see you next time. Welcome back to Chasing Water. We're out here camping on the lake out here in southeastern Oregon, doing some bass fishing. We're on. Bass number 2. There's our first fish on a dry fly. Some fly fishing. There we go. Choked it. Doing a little bit of inflatable kayaking. We're doing a little bit of a catch and cook with some perch. Perch tacos. And enjoying the end of summer. I can't decide if I want to put my tent here or my tent right there. I think I'm gonna go right here. A little bit flatter. This one's kind of at a slope. Not really sure why the tarp's already dusty. We're almost done. We're almost done setting up. The last thing I'm adding, for those of you who watched the last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. I actually brought some pillows this time. I bought these camping hammocks probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. I still haven't used them. So I think today's a good time to use them. All right, I got camp set up. Got my hammock over here, tent over there. Got a little bit of sunlight left. I think I'm gonna break out a spinning rod and do a little bit of bass fishing. Just walking down to the dock right now. I would say we got maybe 30 minutes, an hour of sunlight. Try to hit some bass real quick and see what happens. We're on, we're on. There we go. First fish of a long weekend. There we go. There's the first fish of the weekend. Not a bad way to start on the first night. Can you see that? That is like a 10-pound bass. Oh my God. That thing is huge. Oh my God. Oh shit. I was fixing up some line. Bass number 2. And he's out of here. When I was a kid, I used to come camping at this lake all the time. This is kind of like a nostalgic little dock and spot right here. We used to come out here, just bobbers and worms, my friends and my dad and I. Catch tons of perch, tons of bass. We'd catch trout. Sometimes you'd catch catfish too. It was always a good time. Gotta catch a fish with this background. Gotta catch a fish, come on. I mean, there's not a better view to catch a fish. What's up, guys? Not a bad way to start off. A couple of bass. A freaking beautiful view right there. I think it's time to go back to camp and cut up some wood, get a fire going, and cook up some hot dogs. Tomorrow's gonna be a ton of fun. I'm gonna blow up this inflatable kayak. And I think I'm gonna take it around and just kind of, I don't know, maybe fly fish off of it, maybe bass fish, and just kind of go around the lake. Well, I think I'm just gonna listen to some music and just kind of relax and get ready for bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I'm gonna start getting up and get ready to start fishing again. I see some fish rising. That's always a good sign. Water's pretty glassy right now. Hopefully we can get on trout. There we go. There's species number 2 of the camping trip. Got a smallmouth bass. Wasn't expecting that. All right, we got 2 species down. Hopefully we can get a trout. Hopefully we can catch a perch. I'm not really gonna try to target catfish. There we go. It's gonna be a cool looking fish one day. Oh, that's a good one. Better. Got another smallie. It's got some crazy red eyes. Pretty fish. Overall, not a whole lot of interest in any of the flies right now. I mean, I caught a couple of those smallmouth sight fish in them, but the perch didn't want to take anything. I'm not seeing a whole lot of rises with the trout, so I'm gonna kind of just chill on that. I tied on a little clouser thing, so I'm gonna try to catch some largemouth with the fly rod right now, see how that goes. Oh, something bit on it. A perch. There's our first perch right there. Now I do plan on catching and cooking them, but it's in the morning right now and I'm not gonna do that till later tonight. So I'm just gonna worry about that later. Third species on the day, largemouth, smallmouth, perch. Still looking for the trout. I really don't know if we're gonna find it though. I think that's a fish. Yeah, raw fish. It's a bass. Little largy. We're on. Something took my caddis. Oh, please be a trout. Oh my god, it's a brown trout. Got a freaking brown. That brown trout was pretty cool. Been coming out here since I was a little kid. Never caught a brown trout. That's a first for me. That's species number 4 now. All right, I just got back to camp. I'm gonna let the GoPros charge up a little bit, and then I'm gonna inflate the kayak, and we're gonna go around the lake. Well, I'm still waiting on some of the GoPro batteries to charge up. I've got the inflatable kayak pumped up and ready to go. I'm gonna tie a little bit. We're gonna tie up one of the black leeches that caught some of the smallmouth this morning. And then we're gonna tie up kind of a little hopper to use it as an indicator for some of the smaller flies. I'm gonna catch you guys when we're back on the lake. Currently in a field of lily pads. All right, done kayaking. Time to get some worms. I'm trying to catch dinner. There's also kind of a cool car show going on out here in the woods. So yeah, that's kind of sick. I don't think that's a perch. Getting a lot of bites over here. Let's see if I can get a fish. There you go. Finally a perch. Oh, that's a nice perch. There we go. There we go. There's perch number 3. Got 3 perch on the stringer right now. I'm looking for 2 more, and I think that'd be plenty of perch. There we go. Fish on. Oh. Bass on the fly are pretty fun. Choked it. Dude, that's a fatty. That's a fat perch. That's a big perch right there. Should have plenty of meat on them. All right. It was a pain, but we got the perch filleted. So now it's time to get a fire going and start cooking dinner. Go. Perch tacos. Might have overdone it there, but I don't see it being too big of a deal. Well, we just lost one on the dry. There's our first fish on the dry fly, a smallmouth. This little guy's yelling at me. I just got back to what was my campsite. Thanks for watching. It was a good trip. It was a really good trip. Caught a lot of fish, a lot of different species. It was cool to eat perch for the first time. I don't know if it was my favorite, but overall it was a good time. I'll catch you next time. Welcome back to Chasing Water. We're out here camping on one of Southern Oregon's most famous river systems. Doing a little bit of paddle boarding. A little bit of fly fishing. Holy shit. Holy shit. Catching a whole lot of bass. Look at that guy. Woo. Just trying to find a good spot to fish. This looks like a really good spot. You can try it out. I found this on the ground on a creek in Montana, or in a creek in Montana. I don't really know if it's gonna work. We might have to just do a different type of bugger, but why not? There might be some big fish that like this. I see some fish swimming in front of me right now, so let's just see if they're even interested. I feel like this is too big. There's a lot of smaller smallmouth swimming around, so I'm gonna switch it up to a bugger. Okay, so we can go with these white ones, the rainbow ones. They've been really popular up here, or these black ones. I think I'm gonna start out with the rainbow one first. I think that's a safe bet, and then we can switch it off to the black and white. Oh, we just lost one. Man, tons of little guys. Jeez. Oh, there we go. Just a little micro, but there's the first fish of our little float right here. Oh, that's a nice one. That, holy shit. That's the biggest one I've ever seen in here. That is the biggest one I have ever seen. Buddy is huge. Holy shit. Oh, he's looking at it. So, from what I can tell, is this little mossy thing right here. There are some really big ones hiding under it. And then this little guy decides to take it. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but I mean, it was probably that big. Yep. We're on one. Just a little guy. Not bad. Not what we're after right now, though. These little ones are freaking active. This little guy just choked it. Pretty little things. All I'm seeing is small ones so far, so I mean, if we catch a bunch of small ones, I'm cool with that. But the real goal of this trip and, you know, camping right now is we want to catch some big ones. Oh. See if we can jig it right in front of this guy's face. We're on one. Oh, he wants to go under the shelf. First decent one so far. I want you guys, I don't know if you can see that. There's a freaking crawdad in this guy's mouth. It's freaking crazy. All right, we're gonna let him go. And off he goes. Let's go. On another one. Oh, he wants to get under the shelf. Don't get under the shelf. Don't, no. Not what we're after, but we're upgrading. We're upgrading in size. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Bring him around, bring him around. Ooh! Getting better. Not what we're after, though. That's a nice one. That's a really nice one. And he bumped off. That's the first, like, decent one so far. I wouldn't say that was huge, but yeah, that's better than nothing. Didn't get that huge one that I wanted, but there's another spot up here that I'm gonna hit, and then I'm probably gonna start working my way back up. Not really seeing much. I can already tell this is gonna be juicy. It's a nice freaking shoot, deep bend. I just can't believe how much the water changes from up there to here. Like, it's deep channels. I mean, I saw some big fish swimming by. Completely different. Right here is always a great spot. There's one swimming around right now. But you kind of get this current running in. There's this big rock, it gets a little deep. So they've got some cover. It's deep enough for them to cool off. So it's not bad. Oh, let's go. Not a bad one. Pretty nice fish. Got some big ones immediately. There's actually quite a few pretty big ones hanging out right now. It's kind of surprising. I have a feeling this leech When I was using it yesterday, it might be a little too beat up. We've got a few more tied. My box is a freaking mess. Don't worry about that. We're just gonna get a different one right there. Alright, new fly tied on, same pattern, same thing, and let's see if it makes a difference. I have a feeling it is. Wow, let's go. Here we go. Got him. We're on one. We're on. Let's go. I think that's a better one. I just love how aggressive these guys are as fighters. I mean, that's a nice fish. It's pretty sweet. Let's get an underwater release with this second GoPro. But yeah, super cool colors. That is freaking huge, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, he took it. He took it. Holy shit, that's even bigger than the first one. That's even bigger than the first one. Oh my god. Oh, that is a freaking huge smallie. Oh my gosh, dude, look at those spots. That thing was a tank. That's the biggest fish I've caught out of here. So I'm just moving downstream right now after paddleboarding. I found some nice little pockets that had some pretty big bass, bigger than I see at the pool that we were just at. So I want to give it a look. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh. That's not a bad fish at all. That was a freaking solid fish. Look at that guy. Woo. All right. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. It's been a great weekend camping. We caught a ton of fish. And we kind of capped it off with some PBs for this river and this camping spot. So overall, I'd say it's a great trip. And catch you later.